Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for November 4, 2021. I'm your host, Tanner Kern. I'm joined by my co-host, Grant Mitchell. And today, Thursday, a little special here. Will Reed. How you doing, Will? We'll start with Will. I don't care how Grant's doing.
Oh, I had a very eventful weekend for Halloween weekend in Key West. I won't say what happened. I probably should have been arrested, but we won't get into that. But it was a lot of fun. I hope you two can join me next year because it's a blast.
Hey, you know what we're going to get arrested for today?
No.
Stealing money from the public or
the books. Stealing money from the books, baby. Boys are buzzing this morning. Boys are buzzing. G Money, how you doing today?
Doing good, Tanner. Guess what? I won the risk-free bet yesterday, and I won my pick, as you've come to expect from me. And your pick also went through, as you've come to expect.
Why are you surprised? We're undefeated in basketball. We don't lose. And when we lose, we still win. That's how it works here at Parlay.
Do you know how many? I think you have one or two misses. I have one miss, and we've gotten every risk-free. So easy money right now on the NBA book.
We've been building our bankroll a little bit. That's how the boys are buzzing today. You know what? Boston Celtics back on track. It's good stuff, Grant. You know what? The drama's over. The boys are buzzing. They'll beat the Heat tonight. Just watch a little Heat money line. Dude, that's not going to happen. Celtics money line, Celtics spread. Lock it up, hammer it. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But
do not hammer that.
Okay. Listen to me. I'm the basketball guru here. Grant doesn't know anything. This is the best hour of your day. And during the best hour of your day, we want to give you guys the hookup. We want to give you the promotions. We want to give you the goods. All right. FanDuel, $1,000 risk-free bet. Link in the description below. Boys are buzzing today. Use that link. That's the boys link. That's for the boys. We got to get a name. Yes. Well, but when I say for the boys, it's an all-inclusive term, Grant. It's 2021.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
For the everybody's.
For the everybody's. For the boys. It's for the boys and for the girls, but it's for the boys. We say for the boys. William, what's your thoughts on Grant, by the way? Grant's been really mean to me lately, and I don't appreciate it.
What kind of question is that?
Well,
I talked to him.
In our little Parlay Power Hour group chat, I did say enemy of an enemy is a friend because I happen to dislike your Boston Bruins. So I'm a fan of Grant. I don't mind him.
And I made him money with the Mavericks money line.
I should have talked about the Bruins tonight. Nice little big tilt at the Garden tonight, Grant. Oh, wait. Can you say Garden in hockey, Grant, or is it just a basketball? Grant got mad at me the other day because I'm like, I think I was talking about the Celtics. I'm like, a big tilt at the Garden tonight. And Grant's like, you can't say the Garden. You can't say the Garden. It's against basketball rules.
Yeah.
If you're not talking about New York's Madison Square
the Garden in basketball is Madison Square Garden. You have to say Boston Garden if you're talking about Boston Garden.
What about hockey, though? Grant, I'm a Boston guy. You know what? New York can kiss my ass, all right? You know what I'm saying?
Will's the hockey
Even in hockey, you got to give Madison Square Garden
the Garden
respect.
All right. Well, I'm in Boston, so we're big tilt at the Garden, Boston tonight for the Bruins.
It's not the Garden. It's Boston.
Well, there
I don't know what happened. Will the Wi-Fi? Will the Wi-Fi might be back a little bit? Will
get it together. And Grant, you know what? I know you just hate me, so that's all we're talking about today. We're done having this conversation. Boston Garden, TD Garden, whatever.
You're just so full of negativity this morning. What's going on?
I'm happy. The Celtics are winning. You know, I got some good articles. I'm writing about Mattress Mac today. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a really good day. Heat -6 versus the Celtics. G Money. This is a risk bet for me, honestly. Like, I would not take this. I would hammer the Celtics at +6, but I'll listen to you, and you can try to convince me otherwise.
This is absolutely not a risk bet. This is the farthest thing from it. The Heat are probably the best team in the NBA right now. They are 6-1. They've won 5 straight. The Celtics, meanwhile, are 3-5. They won by 13 last night against the Orlando Magic, but they only scored 92 points, which is very unimpressive. If you look at the box score, keep in mind this is a game after Marcus Smart publicly condemned Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown for not passing the ball. They both only have 3 assists. All 3 of Tatum's came in 1 quarter. It's really unimpressive to only beat a 2-7 Magic team by scoring 92 points. Now they've got a back-to-back on the road against Miami, who had the night off. Bam Adebayo looks like the early front-runner for Defensive Player of the Year. Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Bam are all averaging over 20 points per game. You've got the added toughness of Kyle Lowry. I really do not think the Celtics are going to win this game. Like I mean, I would be willing to bet an alternate spread of 10 plus or 15 plus if you want to find that bet on one of your sports books.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I play like hard to get a little bit. I play the other side of things, but yeah, Celtics have no chance tonight. Honestly, I don't think they do. They did not look good last night. The drama, I think, is still there. I didn't read there was an article I saw this morning about like what was said at their team dinner before the Orlando game. And I was like, I didn't read it yet, but I still think there's drama, just the way they look last night. William, what do you think?
Yeah, everything points to a Heat victory in this one. I mean, the Celtics coming off their back-to-back. The Heat have won 5 straight after their overtime loss to the Pacers. They look very good. I mean, Grant mentioned it. Bam Adebayo, early front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. Jimmy Butler, early front runner for MVP. And Tyler Hero leads the league coming off the bench with scoring. So they've got all the pieces in place to be one of the better teams in the NBA so far this season.
Grant, who rocks a Jason Tatum jersey better, me or Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Boo. All right.
He bought his jersey because of how he rocked it.
No, he wears the jersey because how I rock it, G Money.
Taylor, you should have bought a throwback jersey too. I really hate the font on that jersey. I mean, it doesn't even have a logo. It's just words. It's like a kindergartner went into Microsoft Word and tried to design a jersey without knowing any of the elements you can add.
I'm gonna get the reason I got this one. So at the bottom it says the Boston Celtics are not a basketball team; they're a way of life, and I thought that was cool. And also, I'm gonna get another jersey, Grant. I'm gonna keep the jerseys coming. They gotta keep. Listen, I buy a jersey, they win a game. I buy a jersey, they win a game. That's how it works. I gotta keep buying them.
You have a spending problem with jerseys.
I do. I'm gonna be honest. I have a problem buying jerseys. I buy way too many. My closet is literally all jerseys. It's a problem. But you know what? I like them.
That saying sounds like exactly something you would say, Tanner. So I guess it fits.
What? It's a problem? Oh,
the Boston Celtics aren't a basketball team. They're a way of life or whatever.
Okay. Sports betting content is not a basketball team. Sports betting content is a way of life. There we go. All right. Jazz versus Hawks money line. Now, me and Grant get on early. Will came on a little late today. He was snoozing, but we were talking about this game. First of all, shout out to the city of Atlanta. The city of Atlanta is buzzing right now. So
because the Braves won in 6.
Yeah, because the Braves won 6. So I'm imagining that momentum is going to carry over their basketball team night. Atlanta Hawks are undefeated at home this year. You know what that means, Grant? History tends to repeat itself in sports betting and sports. So they're probably going to stay undefeated tonight. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are not going to play for the Jazz. That's going to really hurt them tonight. That's going to give John Collins and Clint Capella a chance to dominate the boards, G Money. Not just they're not going to have a challenge under there. They're going to dominate the boards. Trae Young's going to be sensational for Atlanta. This is a steal at -102. The fact that you can get this at -102, basically even money right now, put your house on this game tonight. Hawks money line. They stay undefeated tonight. Jazz are going to struggle a little bit. And the city of Atlanta is going to continue to buzz. G Money, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree that there's very good odds here. Gobert, we know, is definitely out. Mitchell's day-to-day, but looks like he's also not going to play. If that's the case, you've really got to take the Hawks here. I mean, there's no way around it. DeAndre Hunter was sensational the other night. I don't know if you guys saw that. We know what we're going to get from Trae Young, Clint Capella, John Collins, a couple of very consistent guys. I think the smart money's on Atlanta.
Now, you could go spread here, but again, it was like +1, -1. You know what I would do? I'd go a little same game parlay. Here's what I would do. I'd go -1 Atlanta or +1, whatever they are in this game. It's a pick 'em. I would take them on the money line, and then I would get rebounding totals for probably Clint Capella and John Collins if I want to be a little risky, or just pick one of them who everything's got a better night. And then a scoring total for Trae Young too, because Hawks are going to roll to victory. William, what do you think of that? What do you think of the little same game parlay there?
I do like the adding in the rebounds there. I mean, no Rudy Gobert taking out the big tower in Utah. I don't know who their backup center is. Maybe it's like Udoka Azubuike. I'm not sure who's playing backup center minutes for the Jazz right now. But Clint Capella was a leading. What?
Me.
You? All right. Clint Capella was a leading rebounder in the NBA last year, so he grabs the boards very well. And then no Rudy Gobert. He should have a good time feasting.
There we go. Love it. All right. Now we're talking a little football, America's sport. Mike White over 253.5 passing yards. This was all William. Mike White. I think Mike White shows up tonight. I think the Jets pull off the upset. I'm going to be honest. Definitely cover. Definitely cover.
I was going to come in here and do my typical my typical hockey bet. The Caps play the Panthers tonight. They're at plus money. There's so many ways you could go in the NHL, but you cannot pass up an opportunity to bet on Mike White on Thursday Night Football, where the Jets find their home pretty much every year because they play Thursday Night Football, it seems like every week. But over 253.5 passing yards at minus 113 after you're coming off of a career performance, even though it was his first start, and with 407 passing yards. His ball and jersey are in the Hall of Fame because he has the most completions by a player in his first career start. And he's the only person besides Cam Newton with over 400 passing yards in their debut. I think he does it again. I mean, the Colts defense is decent at best. I mean, he had 407 passing yards versus the Bengals, who were on a roll at that point in the season. They pulled off the upset last week. I don't think they pull off the upset again, but he's definitely going to be moving the ball down the field against the Colts defense, and I think he easily covers this.
I think the Jets have literally nothing to lose, so they're just going to call like Hail Mary Madden mode all night, and then hopefully something sticks. And he'll do this in the first quarter tonight, I think, honestly. Mike White's a bad man. He's a bad man. G-Money, what do you think?
I think you guys are delusional and misguided. The Colts are going to cover this spread. Mike Young is going under.
We're not talking about the spread. We're talking about the prop.
Mike White is going to go under. All right, Tanner, I'll let you talk when it's your turn. Let me run you down the list of quarterbacks that the Indianapolis Colts have faced this year. Russell Wilson, is he any good? Matthew Stafford, he's pretty good, right? Lamar Jackson, huh? Jimmy Garoppolo, Ryan Tannehill twice, and they are allowing 243 yards to opponents per game. You guys think Mike White is going to outdo that average and go over? There's no chance. The Colts win easy. The Jets are probably going to score less than 10 points in this game. The coordinator is going to plan for him. There's not much tape on him, but hey, at least we know what we're going to get now. No chance. He's going to finish with somewhere around 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Colts win this game 34-10.
All right, Grant.
Wait. You go. You take Grant to school first, and I'll take him to Grant to school.
Numbers. So prior to last week, the Bengals were also allowing less than 250 passing yards per game, and then Mike White torched them for 407.
Mike White, baby.
It's different when a backup comes in mid-game. You guys know that.
I mean, this wasn't mid-game. He started.
No, he didn't. He came in the second quarter.
He started last week.
He started. No, he came in the Patriots game. He started last week.
Yeah, he started last week.
What?
Oh, you
get some.
Am I mixing my weeks up?
No, he threw 40 something. He threw 41 passes last week, and then I think in the Patriots game he came in and he threw 30 something. They said, listen, we're just going deep every play. G-Money.
He's getting a ton of ground surgery after the season because he's throwing the ball so much.
Yeah, he's a baller. The dude just wants to throw it deep. Grant, read me the Colts record for a sec. Well, are you done taking Grant to school? Because I'm about to give him a little lesson in sports betting. Grant, what's the Colts record?
Listen, I already know I'm getting nothing from you. If anyone was going to provide anything, it was Will.
What's the Colts record, G-Money? Read me the Colts record.
3-5. They started 0-3, and they've gone 3-2 since.
Okay, so teams get up on them pretty much, and then, I guess the Tennessee game last week, it was a tight game, right? But teams get up on the Colts, and then they just run the football, right? Kind of like, right?
No. Wrong.
Okay. Or they're tight games, and they're tight games. Nobody wants to make a mistake, right? Maybe.
What are you trying to say? Hey, Tater, they were throwing the ball, so they could throw the ball too.
I'm just saying, listen, the Jets have nothing to lose in this football game, Grant. They are going to take the ball and throw it down the field the entire game. If the Colts get up early, they are still going to take the ball and throw it down the field. If the Jets get up early, they're going to take the ball and throw it down the field. If it's a tie game throughout the game, the Jets are just going to take the ball and throw it down the field. They literally don't care. They have Mike White. Mike White has thrown 7. I think I wrote an article on this the other day. I think he's thrown 77 passes in the past 2 weeks, and he's only started 1 game, Grant. He is just going to take the ball and throw it down the field tonight, and eventually something's going to hit.
No chance. No chance whatsoever. You think Robert Saleh is happy that he's thrown it that much?
Yes.
No,
Whatever
you're
he has
crazy.
to do. Whatever he has to do.
He's going under. He's going
You-
under. Smart money under.
Robert
America.
Saleh is not going to come out and say, "Hey, you know what? We can't run the football, but we're going to try to run the football tonight." He's going to say, "I got a
Well,
baller.
he can't throw the football either. So what's he
Listen.
going to do about that?
I got Max Fried playing quarterback for me. I'm just going to take the ball and throw it deep. I got Clayton Kershaw. I got Walker
Don't
Buehler.
even bring up Max Fried and Clayton Kershaw because we know you picked them to lose and they won.
Max Fried's a baller. Listen, Grant. Listen. They can throw the football. They've thrown for about 1,000 yards in the past 2 weeks, Grant. They're going to throw the ball down the field tonight.
What has that gotten them?
The only thing I will agree with Grant.
They won last week. They've won 2 freaking games, Grant.
Do I need to read you their touchdown to interception this year? The Jets this year have 8 passing touchdowns and 13 interceptions.
Listen, screw Zach Wilson.
Passing yards.
Mike White he's only played in 2 freaking football games, Grant. Get Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's non-existent. He's back home at BYU with his damn headband on. Mike White is new. He's here. He's here to stay, Grant. Stop picking on the Jets attack, dude. Mike White is the future of this franchise.
No,
he's thrown 77 passes in the past 2 weeks.
Western Kentucky.
Grant,
can you name me one other player who's ever gone there?
I don't care, Grant. He won a football game for the Jets, and he threw 77 passes in the past 2 weeks. Any dude throwing 77 passes in the past 2 weeks is a baller. He can throw the football. This is the second coming of Patrick Mahomes.
That's a little too
Mike White is going to have 28 pass attempts tonight, and he's going to have 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
I will say, he could have 210 yards. He could. But you know what? He's going to be way over 28 passing attempts tonight. He came in off the bench in the Patriots game and threw 30-something passing attempts.
They were losing 54-13.
Do you think they're going to win tonight?
I don't think they're going to lose by 40.
It's going to be the same trajectory of they're going to have to either score late or they're going to have to just throw the football and score for no reason in garbage time. Mike White's throwing the ball tonight, 253.5. He'll do this in the third quarter. I guarantee it.
Guarantee it.
No, but I still think he throws the ball a lot tonight. William, you're on my side. It's 2-1. I'm sweating right now.
What does that matter?
I got to wash my Jason Tatum jersey because I am sweating right now thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just because of me.
You're pissing me off this morning.
Probably has nothing to do with you eating a gallon of ice cream per meal for 5 years.
Are you making fun of fat people?
No, I'm making fun of you.
You're making fun of fat people, right? You're making a political statement on Parlay Power Hour, Grant. You know what? You just told all the fatties out there to stop eating. That's what you said.
I told you that you're ugly and you smell.
Listen, Parlay Power Hour does not endorse eating disorders or fat. Like we're here for everyone. We're for the boys. We're in the girls.
No, we're for the everybody's.
Grant, you can't make fun of fat people and then say that. Will, back to you. Boys are buzzing.
We've lost it now. We're talking about weight issues, but the Colts might run the ball. The Jets are going to try to pass the ball. I mean, they're going to be down in this game, so they're going to try to keep the pace up so they can have as much time as they can. I still like this one to go over, probably not by a lot, as I said earlier in my analysis, but they will attempt a lot of passes tonight and most likely going over, but the Jets have no chance of winning this game.
Got to take another damn shower this morning, Grant, because you got me so pissed off. All right, final thoughts, boys. Final thoughts. Me and Grant love each other. Grant.
I want to ask Will about my final. I want to set up Will for his final thought. Will, Manny Diaz looks like he's sticking around. How are we feeling?
Well, even if they end 7-4 or whatever their best possible record is, like 8-4, whatever they can end with, I still think there's a good chance he leaves. It all depends on the Blake James situation, to be honest, at athletic director, and if our team or our school administration wants to get rid of him. I think Manny sticks around. They have a really good chance of winning the rest of their games this season. So that means they'll probably end up with a winning record, a pretty good bowl game. If they can win that bowl game, then he probably sticks around. I don't hate it. I think the team needed some sort of motivation, and they finally have it. And hopefully it transfers over to next year.
Miami looks good all of a sudden. I don't know what happened, but they look legit now. Tater,
Derek King's not playing quarterback anymore, is he?
No, he's not. And the
backup
QB is absolutely balling.
Yeah, that's why Derek King's out. But Derek King, he's like a businessman now.
Is he? I don't know
Doing
much
like
about
he
his-
created like an NFT company with Mackenzie Milton. I read that the other day. That was cool. But anyways, Grant, was that your final thought? Was that Will's final thought or no?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that as my final thought. Miami needs to win out if they want to save Manny Diaz's life.
Okay, Grant.
Save his
final
life.
No, well, he'll have
They gonna
no
kill him if he doesn't.
Grant, final
save
thought.
his football life.
My final thought, I'll talk about the Golden State Warriors. They've gotten off to a very impressive start so far, and keep in mind that Klay Thompson still is not back yet. He's expected to be back within the next month or two, but the Warriors are tied for the best record in the Western Conference and in all of basketball at 6-1. They have the best defensive rating in the NBA. It is the best defensive rating since the Bulls team of '96, which is pretty outrageous. Steph Curry, he didn't play well last night, like at all. He was terrible, and they won by 20 points. I mean, Jordan Poole stepped up. I really have my fair share of criticism for Jordan Poole. I think as soon as he touches the ball, he's going to shoot it pretty much no matter what's going on. But to his credit, last night he had 31 points. He made 7 threes. This team looks good. Once they get Klay back, who knows? Maybe they're Western Conference Finals bound again. It's hard to imagine because they've been out of sight, out of mind for a couple of years, but they've still got that core: Steph, Klay, and Draymond. And if they can maybe bring in 1 or 2 more veteran pieces ahead of the deadline, I think they have a good chance of going to the conference finals.
Fun fact, I have a picture with Jordan Poole in a Michigan mall right after he hit the buzzer beater against Houston in that March Madness game. So I've always been rooting for him since then.
How'd you manage that?
I saw him in a little Asian restaurant inside the mall. Him, Ibby Watson, and Isaiah Livers, who.
Oh shit! All right,
we'll just sit here and nod our head like we're supporting.
He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
We missed about 5 seconds there. Tanner, take it home. This can't be your final thought.
Okay. I was going to try to just ball out and just like click the end broadcast right after I put that on the screen. No one say anything like a baller, just mic drop. But anyways, my final thought is, William, it was great. Your Wi-Fi is fading right now at the 22-minute mark, so it's not good. But William, it was great having you on the show. I hope you can join us again in a couple days, couple weeks, whatever you want to come back. G Money. We will see tonight. We will see. We'll see what Mike White does tonight. How about that? And yeah, that was Parlay Power. Electric show for the boys today. FanDuel risk-free bet. Lock it up, guys. Make sure not Grant Specs. FanDuel risk-free bet, $1,000. Check it out. Lock it up. Link in the description below. That was Parlay Power Hour, the Electric Factory. 1 thumb, 1 finger, 1 pinky, all love. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode.